the topic is vertigo. So, what is vertigo or giddiness? It is a sense of rotation of one's body or head that is subjective, or of the environment that is objective, or sense of falling. Here, the patient will feel that his head or body will rotate, or the environment is rotating. So, here subjective and objective word is given. And another disease similar to vertigo is dizziness, but there is some difference in between these two diseases. So, what is dizziness? A sensation of light-headedness, that the patient will feel light in head, means his head he will feel that his head will be in lightweight, and visual disorientation means he will feel blurred vision or double vision, or any type of visual disturbances, or altered sense state of consciousness, that he will feel that he will faint, or he will lose consciousness. Without whirling sensation. Whirling means rotating, without whirling sensation. Now, what is the mechanism of vertigo? As we know that maintenance of equilibrium depends upon coordination of information from various parts of the vestibular apparatus, then muscles, tendons and joint receptors, then cutaneous touch receptor, as well as visual sources. So, three main factors are responsible for equilibrium or maintenance of balance. That is, number 1, vestibular apparatus, number 2, muscles and joints or skeletal musculoskeletal system, and number 3, visual system, that is eye. So, if the information received from any of the sources are at variance, or if there is interference with coordination of the information in the brainstem and cerebellum, the vertigo is experienced. So, if any disbalance between the coordination of this above mentioned three system occurred, then vertigo is occurred. Next is causes of vertigo. Number 1, non-pathological vertigo. Number 2, pathological vertigo. So, what is non-pathological vertigo? Vertigo without any disease, and it is temporary. Okay, then like vertigo of heights. If we goes to mountain or in height, then if we look below, then we will feel also vertigo. Next is vertigo after rotation or motion sickness. If we ride any if we ride in any rotational vehicle or movement, or if we journey if we travel, then we also feel motion sickness. Next is vertigo due to sudden change in floor texture. If we goes from rough surface to very smooth surface, if the floor is very smooth, then we also feel vertigo if we see the floor. Next is pathological vertigo. It is of two types. Number 1, central cause. Central cause means vertigo associated with intracranial diseases like vascular accidents, posterior fossa tumor, bacillary insufficiency, meningitis, head injury, cerebellar disease, like this. Next is peripheral cause. It is 80% cases. In peripheral cause, number 1, visual disorder like diplopia, sudden blindness. Diplopia is double vision. Number 2, vertigo with deafness. It is due to cochleovestibular lesion. As we know that cochlea is responsible for hearing and vestibular is responsible for balance. So if cochlea and vestibule both are involved, then we feel vertigo with deafness. So in this, the most commonest is Meniere's disease. I will describe in later. Then labyrinthitis, then acoustic nerve tumor, it is 8th nerve tumor. Then labyrinthine trauma from head injury, ototoxicity, herpes zoster oticus. Then next is vertigo without deafness, due to lesion of the vestibular organ and neural pathway. Without deafness, so only the vestibular organ is involved. So here the reasons are vestibular neuronitis, then benign positional vertigo. I will also describe this disease later. Then ototoxicity of the vestibule. Now, how we will diagnose vertigo? First of all, a proper history taking is very much important to diagnose the vertigo. So we will first discuss, then onset. We will ask about the onset. Either it is gradual or sudden or periodic or continuous. What is the type? And then duration, like how much time it rests. Then severity, intensity of vertigo, either it is severe or moderate or mild. Then periodicity, how it can occur, after 1 month or 1 week or 1 year or 6 months, like this. Then interval of attacks, between 2 attacks, what is the gap, timing. Then relation to head position, sometimes vertigo can occur if we change our position, head position. If we sit after sudden from lying position, then if we stand from sitting position, so vertigo can occur. Next is, what are the associated symptoms like nausea, vomiting, tinnitus, deafness, diplopia, speech disorder, tremor, weakness. Then any medical history or any surgical history. Then personal history, like if the person have any disease like diabetes, and also asks about any habit like alcohol, smoking, etc. Then what are the clinical examination, like otological, rhinological, laryngological, head neck examination. Then tuning fork tests like Rini Weber ABC test. Then general systemic examination and neurological examination. Then ophthalmological examination. Then vestibular test like Romberg test, Unterberg test. I will discuss later in clinical class. Then investigations, like audiological examination like pure tone audiometry, speech audiometry, BERA. Vestibular function test like caloric test, fistula test, ENG. Biochemical test like blood sugar, urea, sodium, potassium, calcium. Hematological like blood for Hb percentage. Radiological like X-ray of skull, CT scan, MRI of brain. Now, what are the treatment? First of all, reassurance or psychological support. Then pharmacotherapy like diazepam, betahistine, cinnarizine, stemitil. These drugs are used. Then adaptation exercises. Adaptation exercises means the exercise which improve the balance. Then intratympanic antibiotic injection like gentamicin. Then surgery, there is two types of surgery, like conservative, like decompression of endolymphatic sac, and destructive surgery, that is vestibular neurectomy, total destruction of vestibular nerve, and destruction of labyrinth, here total destruction of inner ear. It is all about vertigo.